What's up, Coaster Demons? Here are the top 7 roller coasters at Worlds of Fun. I have not been to Worlds of Fun yet, but I've been getting a lot of requests on Discord to do a video on Worlds of Fun. A shout out goes to Timberwolf Aaron for giving me the idea to do this video. Number 7 is Cosmic Coaster. This is a kiddie coaster, so obviously it's gonna come in last. Number 6 is Boomerang. This is just your standard Vekoma Boomerang model. However, I heard this Vekoma Boomerang model is not that good. I heard it's pretty rough compared to other Vekoma Boomerangs. It's a clone of a Boomerang coaster, so I'm not really surprised as Boomerangs have a bad reputation and are usually rough roller coasters. So I'm not very surprised that this coaster is a bad coaster and is very rough. I mean, all Vekoma Boomerangs aren't that great, but some Vekoma Boomerangs can be pretty good. Like I heard Flying Cobras at Carowinds is not that bad, so I guess that's one that's not that bad. But I've heard this one is one of the worst Vekoma Boomerangs from people who have been to Worlds of Fun. I have heard this Vekoma Boomerang is not the best one, like one of the worst Boomerang models out there, so that is why it comes in at number 6. Number 5, Spinning Dragons. This coaster looks like a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I cannot find the on-ride POV of this, so that is why I just put it in the chart here. Spinning coasters do look like a lot of fun. I've been on Laugh Track and that one is absolutely awesome. I'll be riding Pandemonium soon at Six Flags New England, so I guess I'll see what that's like. I heard this is a mirror image of that, so I guess that's what it's probably like. It looks like a fun coaster, more for the families. But it would still be a fun coaster, I have a feeling. I heard this ride gets a lot of long lines due to its low capacity, but that's not that big of a deal because it's more of a family coaster, so it's more likely that more families are going to ride Spinning Dragons than Thrill Seekers would. Number 4 is Timberwolf, and I know this is going to cause a lot of controversy for some people because I know a lot of people are big fans of this, and this is, as I know some people who this is their favorite ride in the park. It looks like a very fun winning coaster, and I think GCI retracked this, so it must be a lot smoother than it used to be. The airtime looks pretty decent, definitely. It looks like it has a lot of turnarounds and some pretty good airtime moments. The drop looks like a lot of fun. It looks like a pretty decent winning coaster. It's definitely a winning coaster I would probably enjoy. The drop looks awesome, the airtime hills look good, and this turn right here looks like it could be pretty forceful. I haven't ridden Timberwolf, as you know, so I don't know what it's like yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about Timberwolf from many people, so when I go to Worlds of Fun, I'm pretty excited to check out Timberwolf. But as of now, I think this is probably the 4th best coaster in the park, and that's just my opinion. So if people think this is the best coaster in the park or the 2nd best coaster in the park, I could definitely respect their opinion. But in my opinion, I think this would be my 4th favorite at the park probably. So I respect people who like this ride a lot, but I think this would probably be my 4th favorite in the park. But who knows? I haven't ridden it yet, so maybe it could surprise me. Number 3 is Patriot. This looks like a really fun inverted roller coaster. It looks like a mirror image is Howling, but there is a couple differences. The drop does look different, and the layout looks a little bit different. Like, I'm noticing that the drop is a little bit more curved, and that's not a bad thing because it still looks like an awesome inverted coaster, and the drop looks better than Talon's, I think. The vertical loop is pretty good. The lift hill would be cool if it kind of wrapped around the lift hill, but it's fine because it still looks like it's a fun vertical loop. The barrel roll looks awesome, and so does the Olinema. The barrel roll probably my favorite part of the ride, or the 0G roll, I don't know. This ride does look like a lot of fun. I love Talon at 30 Park, so I have a feeling I would love Patriot too. And this just looks like an awesome E&M invert, and looks like a lot of fun, and looks like a coaster I would really enjoy. It just looks like a very fun B&M invert, and I could see this definitely being one of my favorite B&M inverts. Number 2 is Prowler, and this will probably cause a lot of controversy as well, because many people say this is the best coaster in the park, and I could definitely see why. I could see this being my favorite coaster at the park as well, but as of now, I have this ranked 2nd in the park. Now, I know GCIs are awesome, and this also looks awesome. I ranked this the 5th best GCI in the USA. It looks like a really fun winning coaster. It looks like it has some pretty good airtime moments. I think it looks awesome how it goes through the forest. It has one of my favorite logos on any coaster. It looks like it has some pretty good airtime too. It looks like a very fun GCI winning coaster, I could say that, and definitely a coaster I would enjoy. Probably top 30 or 35 for me, because this just looks like a really awesome wooden coaster, and I love how it goes through the forest. It just looks like an awesome GCI wooden roller coaster. But I don't think this is the best ride in the park, but I haven't ridden it yet, and I haven't ridden number 1 yet, so who knows, maybe this will be my number 1 favorite at Worlds of Fun after I ride it. And finally, number 1 is Mamba. If you do not know, I am a huge fan of Steel Force at Donny Park, and that's a Morgan Hyper coaster. This coaster looks identical to Steel Force, so I have a feeling I would love it as much as I love Steel Force. This ride just looks awesome. The ending looks like it has a bunch of great airtime hills, and the beginning looks like it has a pretty good floater airtime hills. I love to drop on Steel Force, and I bet I would love to drop on Mamba too. This ride looks longer than Steel Force, definitely, and in my opinion, this also looks better than Steel Force, so I think I would like this ride a lot, because I love Steel Force, and I have a feeling I would love Mamba too, because the ride just looks absolutely awesome. It looks like a long, fun roller coaster. I heard that the brake one does kick in very hard, but I think the airtime hills would be pretty fun, because I heard some people say the airtime hills are great. I heard some people say the airtime hills aren't that great. It was hard to choose between this and Prowler as number 1, but I decided to go with Mamba, since I'm a big fan of Steel Force, and I think I would be a big fan of Mamba too as well. These final hills look like they provide a great ejector airtime, and this would probably be my favorite part of the ride, and Mamba just looks like an absolutely awesome roller coaster. So that is why I put it at number 1. And that is why I think Mamba is the best coaster at Worlds of Fun. So yeah, those are my top 7 roller coasters at Worlds of Fun. Keep coasting on my coaster demons. Peace.